to Our Amazing Kids. I'm Dory, and I'm here today with Henry, who I'm super excited to talk to because Henry actually has two passions, and they are, what are they?
Video games and stop motion.
Video games and stop motion, two things that I really know nothing about, so I'm super excited to learn from Henry. Henry, which one do you want to start with?
I want to start with stop motion because it's smaller.
Because it's smaller, okay. So can we start with what is stop motion?
Stop motion is something, it's like a cartoon making app you can buy.
Okay.
But it's actually a thing you could make things move by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Super easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
I love stop motion.
You love stop motion. So how do you do it? If it's super easy, how do you do it?
Well, so the character goes right here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna make him do a simple walk.
Okay,
So
let's see it.
So you take a picture of
Okay.
him standing. Do this. You take a picture,
Uh-huh.
and then you do that.
Mm-hmm.
You take a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you put it together, it looks like it's moving by itself. So it's like walking by itself, like
Wow.
this.
Mm-hmm.
But no fingers show. No
Okay.
fingers show.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you put the pictures together,
Mm-hmm.
no fingers show. It's crazy.
So you take a bunch of individual pictures and then put them all together.
And it looks like it's moving by itself. If you want it to make it look like it's moving by itself, don't show your fingers when you take the picture.
Okay, okay. That's really neat. So that sounds like, to me, it sounds like that would take a lot of time.
It usually takes 4 minutes for maybe 4 minutes for me.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot of time to find the decorations, but 4 minutes for me to make the video.
4 minutes for you to make how long of a video?
Like 4,000. It's 400.
Mm-hmm.
400 minutes, and it's very calming.
It's calming for you to make these?
Yeah, because I made a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
It's super cool. I usually do it with Legos because I have a lot of Legos.
You do it with Legos, and so do you like build things and take pictures of the different buildings? How does that
Yeah.
work?
Well, I know how to do it with cars.
Okay.
You get the screen,
Uh-huh.
then you put it on a Lego base plate, then you put like things holding it,
Okay.
then you get a longer base plate and put it between the car wheels.
Okay.
So when you move the camera, the car moves, so it goes the exact same speed as the car.
What goes? The camera goes the exact same speed as the car?
Yeah.
Oh, so you put the camera on something that moves.
Yeah, you
And
put the
car
camera on a
moves.
base plate,
Okay.
and then you put another base plate in between the car wheels.
Okay.
So when you move the camera, when it hits the wheels, it moves the car.
Wow, that's pretty genius. And did you make that whole
I
apparatus
learned it
up?
from a book.
You learned it from a book.
Yeah, I tried to test it out, but I deleted it.
Why did you delete it?
Looked bad.
Oh, okay. How many of these have you made?
5.
5 stop motion films? And are they all with Legos?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow, that's really impressive. Can you do stop motion with people?
I've seen some people try that. I've seen them, but that doesn't really work because they're actually doing it, and then it's not like magical because they just do it and nothing's like moving them.
So like people can't move enough?
Well, it's like if they do this, like they start moving, it's not like very magical because nothing's like moving them. So like they're just moving themselves.
Oh,
So
so
it's-
nothing's moving them.
Yeah, so
I get what
that
you're
it
saying.
doesn't make like magical.
I see. So the only stop motion that I know of, at least before I came on here, was the claymation, like the Wallace and Gromit, the Nightmare Before Christmas,
Oh,
right?
I
Do
love
you like
that
kind of
movie.
stuff?
I love the Lego. I have a fact about stop motion.
Please.
The Lego movie and the Lego Batman movie were stop motion on computers.
How does that work?
They just do stop motion on computers
Uh-huh.
and then put it to the movies.
So they like create different clips on the computer,
Yeah.
like separate
Yeah.
things, and then stream it all together. Wow. Is that your favorite stop motion movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like, well, the computers are not fair because they have talking, and my stop motion doesn't. They just walk.
So yours are more like silent films?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you think there's more magic when the people do it than when the computers do it?
I think there's more magic when they move the characters.
When they move the characters?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean when you say there's more magic?
Well, like the magic is like if it's your first time looking at one, then you're gonna be like, how does that Lego move by itself? With the people, it's not like very magical. The people who watch that are gonna get bored and they're gonna delete that app.
So for people who are watching it, seeing something that doesn't normally move on its own, it's magical.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you like creating that magic. Yeah. Yeah, that's really neat. So why do you like creating that magic for people?
Well, I like it because it's very fun.
So where could we see some of this magic that you've made? What are the apps?
There's the stop motion and there's stop motion Minecraft.
What inspired you to get into stop motion?
I've seen some people watch stop motion. Like there's this guy. These gamers have been watching this guy. He does stop motion Post-it notes, stop motion beads, stop motion Legos.
Is the stop motion Post-it notes when you you know what I'm saying? You go through the pages really quickly and it makes a stick figure do something, or
they make characters out of Post-it notes. They make a bunch of character. They make a bunch of the same characters. They take that character away, leave this character. So when you put it all together, it looks like he's running. It's very cool.
whole figure made out of different Post-it notes.
And then have my video games.
And then you have your video games. I know you're super excited to get to that, huh? Okay, so let's get to that. You came in with this huge binder of all of your, are they video game ideas?
Yes.
Of things that you want to create.
They each have 2 books to make.
Wow.
Here are my, this is number 1.
Okay, can I see?
Book number 1. It was my first video game. Book number 2. Book number 2 is also that, but I didn't get to finish it.
So each book is a different video game idea that you have created.
Each video game idea takes about 2 books to make.
2 books to make. So is this one video game idea?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one. That's half of one, and then that's
the
the
other
other
one's half of one.
Those are my Super Mario games.
Super Mario?
And these are my Kirby games.
And your Kirby games. So Super Mario, oh my God, you have so many
But
sketches
I
and
have
writings in
I
here.
have the little sections. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can put this here, maybe I can put that there. So it starts out with bosses because I love bosses.
You love bosses, so when you have to defeat the boss in a video game before you go to the next level. Is that what you mean?
Well, there's sections.
Yeah.
And I put sections so if I finish the first level, I'm like, okay, let me go to the boss section. Which boss do I want? Okay, let me go to this section. Which character do I want? Like that.
So you have them organized so you're progressing through the video game, getting better and better.
I did all my bosses first.
You did all
the
your bosses
the final boss is not in there because I want it to be a surprise for people who look in the book.
Oh, and these are based off of Super Mario.
Yes.
So can you give me an example of some of the bosses that you've created?
Well, one of the bosses is a flower named King Crocus.
King Crocus. Okay.
Yeah, a crocus is a name of flower. And King Crocus is like a flower king with spikes on his stems, 3 eyes. 1, 2, 3. And it looks like a crocus with spikes.
So is it hard to defeat King Crocus?
Well, you gotta hit the blue. You gotta hit the red P block 4 times, but he takes it away. But when the red P block comes down, he takes it away real quick. So you gotta get there real fast before he takes it away.
And how did you come up with the idea for this boss?
My mom has a lot of flowers in her garden.
Oh, and they're crocus.
No,
No.
I just saw somebody say, okay, in one of the videos I watch, and there's a Minecraft map where like there's a crocus in it. It's really crazy.
And then that gave you the inspiration to create a boss.
And then I thought of video games, and then I thought of Mama's flowers. Here are my Kirby games.
The Kirby
This
games.
is
We
the
got Super
first-
Mario. And what is Kirby?
Kirby is a pink little creature that can eat things and shoot them. And if Kirby eats things with a power, she gets the power if she swallows. Here's the first book.
So any power that she eats, she now has that power.
Yeah.
Is Kirby that big, like round pink thing?
Yes.
Yes, I know exactly what it is now. Kirby's Tiki
Islands.
Islands.
Yeah,
Kirby's Tiki Islands, that's your idea? What else do we have in here? And does this one have bosses too?
Yeah, you just gotta keep going
You just got to keep going.
until you see the tree. Oh, you passed it.
I passed it.
Oh, wait, no, you real passed it. You're in the next level.
Here, why don't you show it to me? I've gone through too many levels. And are these the games that you mostly play?
Yeah, I got the idea for this. Okay, here's the boss right here.
And it's a tree boss.
Yeah.
What's this boss's name?
Tiki Woods is also it's also a remake of Wispy Woods.
Wispy Woods.
The,
Okay.
Always the first boss in Kirby games.
And you made Tiki Woods.
Yeah.
I love it.
I've heard of Flowery Woods. Yeah, that's a different type of woods. So I thought Tiki Woods.
I love it.
So Kirby's like, ooh, a tree.
Oh
The
my
tree
god.
moves, and then it's actually him.
And then it's actually him? Is that what you said?
Yeah, he gets
Oh my
disappointed and mad. He shakes and he gets these things out. He has to eat the TNT apples and shoot them at him.
TNT apples. Apples that blow up. That's pretty crazy.
And if you hit the spikes, he has defense. No, he shakes one of those guys out.
That is one intimidating tree.
You gotta jump over that. You gotta eat the apple and then explode.
So don't eat the exploding apples,
Ah.
obviously.
Look at his mask fell off.
And that's what the tree looks like. Wow. I would not
Crack.
want to run into that while I was hiking.
Crack. Boom. And then a machine comes up
Uh-huh.
to grab the pieces of Tiki Woods.
These are really elaborate.
This
So I'm really curious. These are all amazing ideas.
is my second book.
And the second one of the Kirby one.
Yes.
Yes.
It's pink like Kirby.
It is pink like Kirby. So how often are these ideas just flowing for you that you're putting them into
I've seen games like these.
You've seen games like those?
Uh-huh.
Like the Super Mario ones, right?
Yeah,
And
I've seen Super Mario's pretty. There's a lot of Super Marios. So when you're done with that Super Mario game, there's another game based on Luigi where the story continues.
and you made that one too?
Yeah, it's the second book.
Oh, that's the second book. So the first one's Super Mario and then Luigi.
Yeah.
You got all these ideas because you play the Mario games?
Super Mario Odyssey is what I play.
What you play? Yeah. And how often do you play?
Luigi's in Super Mario Odyssey. If you defeat the final boss, there's something called Luigi's Balloon World. You gotta try to find the balloon and pop it.
Oh, have you successfully done that?
I haven't defeated the last boss yet.
Not yet. That's always the hardest one, huh? So these are all amazing ideas, and I'm wondering, what do you do when you create video games? What happens after the ideas?
Well, the ideas, and then I try to find a program, and then I try to tell Mama, could we get stuff to make a video game? I need a video. I need to make it. I ask that every day.
Has it worked? Has she gotten you a program? Yeah. What
Yeah.
program?
Not a program. Well, it's There's no program.
There's no program. That's the part that's always confused me, is the computer part of actually making it. Have you tried to do that? No, not yet.
At the first, Papa looked it up, and what he saw is that first off, you need a crew
You need a crew, so not
with
just
different talents.
you. Okay, what kind of talents?
Talents that you need for the video game, like drawing, writing. Well, pretend I'm going to be in the drawing. There has to be a leader to tell them what to do. Like Nintendo, there is a leader.
Of Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like Nintendo?
Yes.
I remember the big chunky consoles when I was like your age.
There's Nintendo Switch now.
What's that?
Nintendo Switch it's the same as Nintendo, but except the Switch is like it comes with a mini screen and like little things on the side.
Oh, that's really cool. What other video games do you play?
The Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. That's a tongue twister.
Mega Man. Harvest Moon.
Harvest Moon.
It's one of. What else is there?
And what do you have to do in these games?
Lego Worlds.
Lego Worlds.
And there's another game I don't remember.
And what do you have to do in these games? Is it on a computer? Are you on a console?
Oh yeah, you could play on TV or the Nintendo. It's pretty cool.
How often do you play?
Little while. I play a little bit. If my iPad ran out of juice, I just and Mom is watching TV. I go on my iPad. I mean and I go on my Nintendo.
So do you play with your family sometimes?
I play with Papa.
You play with Papa. What do you and Papa play?
Super Mario Odyssey. He's Mario and I'm the Cap. It's very cool.
Yeah. I feel like video games are really popular for you and other kids. What do you think are some of the most popular video games that kids play?
Mario.
Mario, yeah, that's a big one.
I feel bad for Luigi because there's only one game for him, Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion 3 is coming out on Switch, which makes me excited.
You like Luigi. You want him to have more video games?
I'm even going to be him for Halloween.
You're getting it for Halloween? No way. Is anybody going to be Mario with you, or are you just Luigi?
I'm just Luigi. Nobody's
Taking it
going to be
solo.
Mario.
Yeah, we need to get Luigi more fame.
I need to get Luigi more fame.
Yeah, and you're creating a Luigi game, right?
There's a whole Luigi game right here.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited for you to make it. That's going to be awesome.
The bosses are first now. The bosses are first always.
Yeah, that makes sense. So are you hoping that you're going to get to create these games and that people will play them?
The first boss is this guy.
What's that guy?
P. Piranha.
Can you say that again?
P.T. Piranha.
P.T. Piranha, like the fish?
No, there's you know those plants in Super Mario that come up from the pipes?
Oh, yeah, they're like red and white, right?
Yeah, piranha plants is what they're called.
Oh, okay.
So P.T. Piranha is a piranha plant with flower petals and underwear.
That's a pretty funny character. So if you...
He's the only piranha that walks.
He's the only piranha that walks? The only plant that walks?
The only piranha plant that walks in the game.
So I have a question. If you could transport yourself into a video game and play it in real life, would you do it? Yeah? Do you think that'd be scary? Yeah, it'd be pretty intimidating. I think it would be fun. All right. Thank you so much, Henry. We are going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a little bit to learn more about stop motion and video games.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework. He hates homework. I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's just
trying
gotta
as
try a
hard
little
as
harder.
I can.
1 in 5 children struggle with learning and attention issues. Go from misunderstanding to understood.org.
All right, welcome back to Our Amazing Kids. I'm Dory, and I'm here with Henry to talk more about all the amazing things he has to say about video games and stop motion. So the one big thing that I want to know, because we have talked about, like we said, all of your ideas, is what do you need to turn this into your dream of making a video game?
Well, first off, you need a cruise, just like what I said. And then you need a video game system.
So can you tell me more about this crew that you would need?
Grandpa knows a lot about video games. So he's going to be on my team. Papa would. Mama, Caleb, Eli.
So you'd make your family your team.
And who else? Nana.
That's the best kind of team.
Nana. Patty. Tata.
So what would each of your family members do on your team?
One of them has to be good at singing.
Good at singing.
So, like, I could have my music.
So what kind of music?
For my Mario game, Mario music, I'm still trying. I know the Kirby, the boss ending Kirby music, but I don't know the rest.
Do you want to give us an example?
Yeah. Of the Kirby music?
And you made that, or that's from Kirby?
That's from Kirby.
Okay.
It happens in every game.
And so you would want to make music for your video games. And you would have your team do that so you could have unique music too. That's really cool. And so what else? You need music, you need the theme music for the video games. What else do you need?
Character voice acts.
Character voice actors.
I mean, no. You always need a Yoshi in a Mario game, so you need Yoshi sounds.
Yoshi sounds, how do those sound?
Wow.
Can you do that again? That was really good. I don't think I can replicate that. What? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need Yoshi and character sounds.
Yeah.
How many character sounds?
I haven't counted all the. I haven't made the character sounds yet.
Okay.
But I definitely need them.
You definitely need them. Yeah. So that they're talking. You have. So would you keep it Yoshi and Mario?
Yeah. Mario, I know his voice,
Okay.
but I'm trying to practice Luigi's voice.
Can you show me Mario's voice?
Yeah, I can always say "Let's go." Let's go.
That's really good.
I forgot it. Let's go.
That was really
yeah,
good.
That's the Mario voice.
And how is Luigi's different?
Luigi sounds much hyper.
More hyper, like more high pitched, or more
Yeah.
excited?
More excited.
Oh, can you try?
It's me, Luigi. That's his voice.
That's really good.
That's his voice.
That's really good. And then they do the whole like thing. Is that Mario?
Mario says "Let's go" and Luigi says "Okie dokie."
He says okie dokie. I did not know that one. That's pretty funny. And that's every time they do this, right? Can you show me? That was really good. All right, so we've got our voice actors, we've got our music. What else?
What else? Lighting.
Lighting. What do you mean? Like what kind of lighting?
We need like light in the game because if there's no light, it's gonna be like pitch dark.
Oh, so how do we do that?
Well, somebody has to be in charge of the lighting.
Yeah, that's true.
And then there's one more important thing.
What is it?
Colors. If it's just black and white, it's never gonna fit.
Yeah, and then people like colors too, right?
And
People like bright colors.
if it's just black and white like those stormtroopers, it's not gonna be bright.
Yeah, that's true.
Not gonna be
quite
bright.
as exciting, huh? You want people to be excited by it. The magic, right? Because I think there's magic in stop motion and the video games, right?
Yeah.
What's the magic in video games?
The magic in video games is that the characters look so amazing. So you gotta think of great characters to make the magic in video games. Like if you just have like a Dot as a character, that'd be amazing, but a long time it's gonna get boring because it's just a normal
It's a
dot.
dot, yeah. Yeah, people want more than a dot.
I know this game. Well, you can make a hole into a great character, but not a dot.
Why?
Because there's this video game called Donut County. It's where you play as a hole and you gotta swallow everything.
You gotta swallow everything. So you're just
Even
like
the
this
people.
vacuumous black hole.
Yeah, So you're the black hole. So you're like the hole, and you gotta eat everything. And the more you eat, the bigger you get, and you gotta eat the people.
And dots can't eat
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, and if you eat the people, it's like the backstory of how the people got underground.
Because they're hiding from this vacuum.
No, all those people got eaten.
Oh, and now they're underground.
And that was they got eaten and they fell underground. So you're doing like the backstory of what happened.
Gotcha. That sounds pretty interesting. I never heard of that one. So what makes a great character? Because you said we have to have good characters. So what makes them so
a great character? It has to have voice act if you want. Has to have great colors. And most important, it has to have a name.
A name. What's a good character name?
A good character name could be The Hole.
The Hole. Yeah. Pretty ominous.
And Mario's a good name.
Mario's. Of
King
course.
Crocus in my book is a great name.
I think that one's my favorite so far. It's pretty original. So to turn all of that amazing stuff into your head, do you need a computer usually to make a video
Yeah,
game?
you need a computer to usually make a video. Lots of computers.
So multiple different computers that turn this into animation.
I have a fun fact about video games.
Please.
In Donkey Kong, Mario was the villain because Mario tried to capture Donkey Kong.
Oh, I didn't know that. I always liked Donkey Kong. I thought he was pretty cool.
There are 2 Marios that tried to capture him.
2 Marios? Oh my goodness. Why do you think Mario is such a successful, fun game?
Well, the thing that makes a fun game, if you want a fun game, you need bad guys.
Bad guys.
The bad guys are mostly why Mario's famous. There are 2 reasons. One reason is the bad guys. Other reason, there's so many Mario games. And they're like monsters in Super Mario called chain chomps. If you, in Super Mario Bros. 3, if you mess with them too much, and you make them go straight like that with their chains 15 times, or if the timer gets to 109, they will get unleashed from the pole and they'll be loose. So and how the creator of Mario got that idea is while he was walking, he was being attacked by a dog on a leash.
Oh my goodness.
So that's how he got the idea for a chain chomp.
So kind of like you from the flower, he's getting ideas from his life too,
Yeah.
right? And that's really neat. Do you think that's how a lot of video games happen? Just ideas from people's normal everyday
And my
lives?
favorite bad guy is the Boo.
The Boo, the big ghost?
Yeah. If you look away, they go like this and try to hurt you. But if you look at them, they go like that. But the scary thing about them is that if there's one Boo over here and one Boo over there, if you look at this Boo, he'll go like this, but the other Boo will try to get you. If you look at him, he'll go like this, and the other Boo will try to get them. So they
just
make
double
you.
team you.
So they make you try to turn around, or else. And if you're surrounded, you're gonna get.
You're done.
You're done.
Oh
You're
no.
done. So that's why Boos are always tricky to dodge.
Yeah, that sounds really tricky to dodge.
And also, my other favorite characters are Thwomps.
Thwomps?
They're like they sleep when you're close or far away. If you're far away, they're asleep. But if you go close or under them, they go like this. And then if you get more close and then go under them, they go like this. And they just fall on you.
Oh my goodness.
They have spikes on them.
Yeah, that's pretty intimidating. Do you ever get scared playing the video games? No. That's good. Not with Mario, at least, right?
Yeah.
Pretty happy with Mario as the hero and all that.
I'm just scared of fighting bosses. They almost give me heart attacks.
Oh my goodness, heart attacks. So they do scare, the bosses scare you.
Yeah, when I do the boss.
Yeah.
The first boss in Super Mario Odyssey, my heart was pounding so fast. I was like,
That's how I felt too when I used to play. You just really want to get past it. Does it take a lot of tries sometimes?
I never lost a life in Super Mario. Actually, I never died in Super Mario Odyssey. I
Wow.
only died once with Papa, but never ever again because we're cautioned.
So you're a real pro at video games, huh? Mm-hmm. So this has been a wonderful time with you, Henry. Do you have anything that you want to say to other kids who may be watching this and are into video games or want to
Yes.
create something? What do you want to say?
If you want to create something, all you got to do is find a team, make your idea, and get computers and start.
And start. You just got to start sometimes,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I love it. I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you so much, Henry, for teaching me so much. I'm so excited with this new knowledge, and thank you all for tuning in to Our Amazing Kids. I'm Dory. This is Henry. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.